views and opinions expressed in Bunchie's Mad and Uncomfortable do not necessarily reflect those of 284 Media or CCT. The following program may contain use of strong language and ideologies. Viewer discretion is advised.
It is summertime and the VI is hot. Now I know, last week I had to take a forced vacation due to the flu, but I'm back now with a drink to beat the heat and ready to hit the beach. But first, we can talk about everything that happened in my absence. Starting with the plans for the $1 million elevator. We supposed to be talking about good governance, and are you telling me you trying to spend $1 million on an elevator? Well, this elevator better be the upgrade to the stairway to heaven. This elevator better lift me to the moon. This elevator better carry me to El Dorado, because unless this elevator is made of solid gold, I don't understand how you telling me it costs $1 million Joe Biden dollars. Clearly, the government has not learned anything. At this point, it's best y'all wrap the VI in a big red bowl for the UK, shove an apple in its mouth and serve it on a plate for Queen Lizzie. The COI just come out. Just come out. And are you really spending 1 million big ones on an elevator? It can't be only me piss at this $1 million elevator, man. I ain't too sure, cause the rest of aisle seem like I piss off more by a wedding cake. I don't know why everyone is outraged. We should be celebrating, because for once, in a room full of women, we finally know where that smell is coming from. Honestly though, the cake that won deserved to win. And I know, the initial post wasn't even about the competition. It was about the grades. They don't care about winning the competition. But if it was just about the grades, I feel like 80% sounds about right for that aquarium cake. Just hear me out. Take the fishbowl away, and you're left with plain white cakes. The only thing decorated is the aquarium. But give Jack his jacket though, the bunny cake was hopping for sure. In other news, we've learned what Myads values most: how good looking their staff is. They put out a "we're hiring" notice that included the positions available as well as the necessary qualifications needed for those positions. Things like teamwork, good communication skills, and a beautiful smile with dreamy eyes. Actually, I feel like that's how we should elect our government officials going forward. If they're gonna send the country to shit, with more shit than it's already in, at least they'll look good doing it. I mean, who would you rather see running the country wearing a bikini? Nia or sheep? That's a sight for sore eyes. Speaking of a sore-eyed sight, have you seen the bills that BVI Electricity has been handing out? Never would I have ever imagined that I would be on the same page and agreeing with skeleton crime. But my electricity bill was higher than the people who let me do this show. Honestly, depending on what an electric bill from London looking like right now, I might be willing to change my mind on a UK direct rule. And what's even crazier is that Delta is saying BVIEC ended their contract because Delta was trying to convince them to use cleaner fuel. So you mean to tell me I could have had a cheaper light bill while saving the planet? And you know what the saddest thing is about our current situation in the VI? Andy the anchor is probably out of a job right now. And could you imagine in this economy? Has anyone even heard from Andy the anchor since the news broke out? Let me find out. Andy the anchor was government official 1 this whole time. Which brings me to another Andy. And just know I'm not even mad. They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. If anybody else wants to make a show like this one, go ahead. Pay for your views, guys. Just know while you paying for yours, I get him paid for mine. I just felt like I had to bring it up just for the show, for the theatrics. There's no real beef. Me and Andy safe. But speaking about paying for views, isn't it time we dissolve all the boards? Like the statutory boards, I mean. Why is it that the same circle of people are the ones occupying all these boards? If you don't believe me, try and check it out for yourself. Wait, you can't. I looked. They took down the information on some of these boards. Some of these appointments don't even make any sense. Not to take anything away from him, he's a great man. But what you gonna know about planes? Cause unless he was hired to write Airport Authority theme song, I don't understand why he on their board. Maybe he picks the waiting room music or something. Whatever the case may be, we need to put qualified persons on these boards and make it an official rule that one person shouldn't be on more than one board. To top that off, make it mandatory that we have a group of young people on these boards as well. Because you know I hate more than all these old people taking up all these jobs and commercial breaks.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
I love the island signs commissioned by Tourist Board. I love all of them, besides the Tatola one at least. Let me say this first. The sign on its own looks good. Besides the fact that there's a woman from Senegal on the T in the middle. I mean, guys, just tell me she ain't look like she look Obea. Besides that fact though, it looks fine. But when you put it next to the masterpieces that are the Virgin Gorda and Just Van Dyke signs, the Tatola one looking real cartoony. And being cartoony on its own isn't really a problem, you know. But other art styles are more on a realistic vibe. And I believe all the signs should have been uniform. But instead we have them looking like the Three Dragon meme. Cause the VJ and JVD sign looking real serious. But the Tatola sign kinda look like it rides the short bus. The Tatola sign on par with that wedding cake. Moving along though, the women of the BVI soccer team, you know, the ones who got their ass cut 21-0, the same ones who got their ass cut before that 14-0, which is the age range that the taxi men and the teachers prefer their women to be. Yeah, them. They are bashing their superiors, the Football Association, saying that they're taking a lackluster approach to developing the team. And unfortunately, it seems everything here in the Virgin Islands is done lackluster, like the girl from St. Croix Weave at her graduation. What I will say though is, I hope the football club gets the attention you rightfully deserve. I hope you get the equipment and the facilities you need to train and the right minds to help put it all together. That might be far out ahead in the future though. So I'm just praying that next time you guys only lose 7-0. Because we have to keep it in multiples of 7, of course. The new Minister of Ports said that the BVI Ports LLC in Miami, created by alleged drug trafficker and queen of the wigs, Miss Maynard, is actually legit. I don't know if I believe the minister or if that's just a really good made-up story by our super expensive PR team hired by none other than himself, Arturo Fahi. If that's the case, well done, PR team, because that story actually sounds pretty believable. You almost got me. You almost got me. What doesn't sound believable is that the anonymous donations for the Elmore South High School are actually legit. I don't know if Solwande believe he could just take bad man for sweet bread week in and week out, because that's what he seemed to be trying to do. But that one there ain't making no sense, pal. Where in the world so much money could get transferred anonymously and anything about that situation be legit? I guess you could argue the BVI, but if you ask me, something not right. I know that story couldn't have come from that PR team, not after the masterpiece they delivered us from Kairaima. I do like the direction the government is heading in, kinda. The recent direction the government is moving in feels better-ish. I just wish I could outright sing their praises, but we ain't there yet. The country is still topsy-turvy or as upside down as the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case. And I'm begging politicians of the BVI, please don't shit the bed on this. We are Johnny Depp and the UK is Amber Heard. And let me say, we might love Johnny, but Amber can suck a mean. You wanna know how I know that? Because Amber Heard literally took a shit in the bed. And Johnny Depp stayed. You can't convince me otherwise that is not extraordinary. She chopped this man's finger off and he stayed. Her throat game has to be something vicious. If I was her, that was the angle I was telling my PR team to take. If I was her, I'd use those powers to sway the judge in my favor for sure. And you know who could benefit from a powerful PR team and maybe some powers of their own? Mr. Skeleton Crime. Pana had the audacity to ask why he, of all people, is being targeted by the COI. Well, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and even swims like a duck, it must be corrupt. I'm sorry, Aflac. And maybe while the PR team is helping Skeleton Crime, they could probably help the BVI London office with their anniversary logo. The logo looked good, you know. Like, the logo actually looked good. But nothing about it says anniversary. I just don't understand what was the point in making an anniversary logo that just looks like every other government logo. How is it celebrating the anniversary in any way? Who in their marketing department is green-lighting these projects? Because clearly, they don't know anything about marketing. The poker run is back, guys. And I hope the boatman out there wise up. Because you know if you have a boat, this time next month, your phone gonna be ringing off with a whole heap of hey big head text. But make sure you stay strong, kings. Know your worth. I know why I see the price of gas. Tell them girls straight out. It's either gas, ass, or cash. Ain't no free rides wrong here, mama. The way I'm talking, you would swear I have a boat, you know. But even if I do go poker on, you can probably see me on speedies. But you know what I hate more than freeloaders? Commercial breaks. The beautiful Virgin Islands, or nature's little secret as some prefer, where the weather stays warm and the drinks stay cold, where men in wigs get their lawyer bills paid by governments and governments lose planes, where walls are built and prisoners escape. You vacation where we suffer. BVI love. Alright, if the government really wants to make things right, they need to learn from their past mistakes. With everything that's happened, there is a huge list of what not to do. And I don't know if these guys and gals are paying attention. Yes, we made the right step with forming the coalition government, but that alone is not enough. Clearly, Queen Lizzie wants her country, and she wants it now. And I don't think the Brits are gonna stop at anything until they have it. If we're gonna come to fight, we got to come good. Last week, this week, and the many upcoming weeks ahead of us were and are historic and have a great importance of defining us for the next 100 years. Whether good or bad, the upcoming days will set the course for our legacy for generations to come. And I don't know about you guys, but I want my daughter to be able to grow up in a BVI that she can be proud of. Once again, everyone is being affected, and no one wants to make the great sacrifices that we're going to have to. But we can't take the greater risk of doing nothing at all. Yes, we're more than sick and tired of being tasked again and 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 again of having to be brave enough to bring this country to a shell of its former glory. But as Virgin Islanders, the strongest, bravest, most radiant and resilient people placed on this spinning rock or pancake with a dome over it, depending on your beliefs, I don't care. The thing that's floating through space. Win, draw, or lose. And those last two, they're not even an option. We are putting up a fight. And I say, we take the first step by turning down the heat on the sun, man. Dread the place hot. You know, last night I had to put on 2 fans to go sleep. 2, you know. 2 different fans, you know, in opposite directions. And they were still throwing off hot air. I can't, dog. I can't, like, the place hot. The place hot. Oh, yeah, and make specials 25 cents again.